All right, here we are again, back with another segment on the show, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to start doing them like this, where I do kind of multiple segments, rather than just doing a full, 30-minute show, which was what I used to do. I'm just going to start breaking it up into the most important stories of the day, and then I'm going to throw those up. By the way, this is my second channel. If you want to check out my main channel, that's Dylan's Daily Show with a little apostrophe S. So if you want to check that out, be sure to do that. So France has become one of the 52 countries now, including France itself, to ban spanking, to outlaw spanking your children. So you're not allowed to any longer spank your kids in France. And if you do, you can be punished, according to France officials. So the new law that went into effect for 2017 bans any cruel, degrading, or humiliating punishment, including any use of physical violence, including spanking in the home. So apparently, Sweden was the first country to do this, to ban spanking in 1979. So if you are Swedish, then just know that your country was the first. Now, I get it, right? I don't really even want to talk about the bill. I just kind of want to talk about spanking in general and if the government has a right to ban that. I don't necessarily believe in spanking. I think that spanking is harmful to the kids. I think that spanking, think about what they see when you spank them. It's like they see, my parent is upset, mad at me, and they solve being upset by physically abusing me. Now, what do you think that teaches them down the road? How do you think they are going to, if they grow up thinking that that's the way to solve physical altercations, or emotional trauma? So, like, if you're upset and you're taught that the way to solve, ooh, my mic almost fell over there. If you're taught that the way to solve being upset is to just physically abuse another human being, then what do you think that person's going to do when they get older and then they're upset with something? They could end up beating somebody up. So it does cause a lot of mental damage to these kids. It's not a good thing, spanking. And it's been proven in many studies. But the question comes down to, is the government allowed to control what you do? Right? Like, can the government ban you from doing something? Again, we're against spanking, but it shouldn't be something that we have to ban. You should be able to look at the research, and say that this isn't a good thing. We should ban this. That's a normal person would say that. A normal person should not need a ban to prevent them from hitting and physically abusing their children. They shouldn't need that, right? But unfortunately, that's how it has to be. I really think that, if we were to live in a good society, an ideal society, there would be no spanking, right? Parents would not spank their kids if we lived in an ideal society. Unfortunately, we don't. So it happens. People think that's a way to solve problems. Like, that's going to do anything. Hitting them really does nothing. You just feel like shit afterwards. It's not a good thing. You hit them, you're like, and then you're like, yeah, you feel good. And then 5 minutes later, they're crying, and then you feel bad, and then you think that what if they're going to still love you. I don't have any kids. I know from, I've seen numerous studies on this topic, and I haven't ever been spanked when I was a kid, but I know my friends have been spanked, and they don't like it, and they tend to be violent today. It's those people that think that you have to fight to solve everything. Those people piss me off so much. It's people that come around. It's like every time you disagree, it's like, well, we gonna fight? It's like, no, we're having a disagreement about butter. Okay, I'm not gonna fight you over a disagreement of butter. Fight me, dude. I'll kick your ass. It's like, dude, chill. You know what I mean? It's like those people who just everything is a fight. Everything has to be a fight. It's like how you prove you're a man. I guess intellectual qualities have just gone out the window. We need to now fight to prove we're men. But, I don't know. I am interested to hear your guys' opinion on this anyway. That's why I made the video. Should the government be able to prevent you from spanking your kids? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm really interested to hear your guys' opinion on that topic because it is an interesting topic to cover, spanking. So let me know down below. Should parents be allowed to spank their children? And, I don't know what else to say. Should they be allowed to? Should they not be allowed to? Again, ideal society, nobody would do it, but we don't live in an ideal society. So, should we ban it?